What's up YouTube? For tonight's video, we have a full 4 times week to ice team. We did 4 times week to fire yesterday, so I thought, why not? Let's chill out and do the ice team. So leave those theme team suggestions in the comment section as usual, people. If you have a favorite ice type, why not leave it in the comment section too? I like reg ice. That's a cool. I do like the reggies. I'm probably a little bit biased there, but I do like reg ice. That is one of my favorite ice types. Okay, so yesterday we did fire. Now I wanted to do ice because these sort of teams like made for me. I love these sort of challenges when someone brings like a choice scarf ice beam Pokemon. Anyway, we've got a Ninetales lead here. I'm leading with Vibrator. Oh, sorry, I mean Vibrava. Anyways, with this one, I was running a scope lens set with focus energy there. Its offensive stats are absolutely dreadful, so I needed all the help I could get. The only problem here was with this set, I usually like versing something that I'm faster than. So in this case, I didn't really have the best swap in the world with Drought Ninetales there. I was worried that it set up Nasty Plot or spam Fire Blast. Anything like that. So I kind of just kept it in there, and it's going to go down in this set. However, I will explain that set later on fully when I actually get to use it in the second battle there. So we have Gabite here, which is a special Gabite. Now this has Earth Power on it. It's got Draco Meteor, just for some dual stab there for the Ninetales. Now obviously it's not going to do a hell of a lot to Ninetales there. If it was an Earthquake, just a normal like Banded or Hone Claw set, it would have easily taken out. But I wanted to run a special one on it. So I also had Twister on there for some just for some scummy flinch there. I thought that'd be fun to do anyway. Now I've got the Dragonium Z on that for Draco Meteor, kind of hiding the fact that I've got a special set. I've also got Fire Blast on it as well. Okay, EV spread on that one, max speed, max special attack. The Vibrava was max attack and max speed, but I'll get into the other moves on that. It's just going to be better if I actually can show you the set. Anyway, so not playing any games here, going for the Z move right off the bat on the Dusknoir. Now, Dusknoir is bulky as crap, so I didn't expect to do like a hell of a lot of damage to this. I just wanted to put a big dent in it, so then it'd start to survive on something like Pain Split if it had it, or just got to see the rest of its moves. I was expecting maybe a Will-O-Wisp there. Okay, so it's going to set up the Trick Room there, which is interesting there. That's going to help out the Dusknoir a lot. Now, I was wondering whether it's going to be a stall, like a Stally set, or it might be an offensive set. It can run a lot of cool things. It's an interesting Pokemon. Okay, anyway, so they're going to withdraw their Dusknoir now and go into Farfetch. I'm like, cool, a Farfetch. Now, I really have to do an up-to-date Farfetch sweep. It got those extra boosts in Sun and Moon. I will get around to doing that, don't worry. I've had a couple of people ask me. Okay, so Farfetch is going to swap into Draco Meteor. Since it's coming off such a crappy special attack there, it actually doesn't take it out. Farfetch is going to go for the Leaf Blade. That's going to be enough to take out my Gabite. I do get a little bit of rough skin damage there, but that's fine anyway. Gabite did its job there nicely. Okay, so I've got to get back into this game. I got to beat Farfetch. So bringing in Altaria. Now, Altaria, this was sort of just a Perish Trapper there. Unfortunately, I didn't have anything to trap the opponent in. It was just a substitute Perish Song set. Basically, its role was to, when the opponent was down to their last Pokemon, I could just send it out, set off Perish Song, and use substitute and just keep stalling it out to the end of the turn. So if there was a really, it was mainly there. So if there was an Ice type Pokemon, right, and they'd set up big time or were setting up big time me, I could, send it out, set up the Perish Song, and at least then I could cause a swap. That's mainly what this role for the Altaria was in this team. Okay, so the Trick Room here runs out now. Quite a scary Pokemon here, being the Luxray there with Flame Orb and obviously Guts there. So it's going to be doing lots of damage. I don't really want to swap much into this. I was tempted to go into another Pokemon there that was Ground type, but I didn't want to take that risk just yet. Okay, anyway, so going for yet another substitute here. I had Salak Bear on this set too. This was a max health, max speed set. I had on this, I think I already said it, I had the substitute on this. I had Perish Song, Dragon Breath, and Roost there. It's just a Stally set there. A Dragon Breath just to spread a bit of hacks around. I mean, it could have had Dragon Pulse and it didn't really matter. Anyway, so we're down to our last turn each. I'm swapping Altaria out there. I thought the Luxray would swap out there. Going into Jumpluff now. This Jumpluff was a special defensive set. Luxray's going to go for a Spark. That does a lot of damage to me there. I'm a very tanky set there. Max health, max special defense there. Now, this set was actually, that Luxray is going to go down 2 to the Perish count, so I was very happy with that. This is going to have a Leech Seed on it. It's going to have Toxic. It's also got Sinethus and Cotton Guard. Max health, max special defense, max special defensive nature there. Oh my god, I messed that one up. Anyway, so Sork's going to come in and retaliate me there, taking out my Jumpluff. Unfortunately, Jump Off didn't get too much light there. It also had the Infiltrator ability, so I could get past Substitute with like Toxic and stuff. Anyway, so Sork's going to go for yet another Retaliate. Not getting that boost in power from the KO from before, so it's not going to do too much to my Tropius. Now, this is a special sweeping Tropius with Chlorophyll, so boosting my speed by ×2 in the sun there. Now I can go for stuff like Solar Beam and Air Slash. I also have Growth there. Now, what Growth does, when you are in the sun, it boosts your special attack by 2 and your attack by 2. So you can even have it run a mixed attack if you want. If there's no sun around, it just boosts it by 1 in each. Okay, so Swordsbuck's coming out here. It's going to outspeed me. I was like, damn, son, that's a choice scarf there. I just hang on there. I'm able to get the Air Slash off and take out the Swordsbuck Spring there. So nice. That was very, very close to taking out my Tropius. Would have been quite salty if they did. Okay, so we have Sork coming in here. Now, notice how it doesn't have Mold Breaker. I was thinking straight, well, okay, well, it's definitely got Sturdy there, so I'm going to have to do just get it down to its Sturdy, and that'll do there. That's the best I can possibly do. Going for a really powerful Solar Beam there in the sun. Sork's going to take that with the Sturdy, obviously, and it's going to finish me off with the Retaliate there. So I like Sturdy. Sork. It can be quite unsuspecting there. We know it's coming, but it's very handy to have there. And then again, Mold Breaker is very handy too, so it's quite a toss-up of abilities there. Bringing in Gligar now. This is kind of similar to my Fortress set I used the other day with the Power Swap, sorry. Okay, so this one had Acrobatics on it. It had Earthquake. It had max speed, max defense there with a Citrus Berry. Immunity is the ability, so I can get poisoned. On this, I also had Sword Dance. So the idea was to swap my defense and my attack, right? So I can swap them. So since that goes off it actually goes off your stats, not your stat boost, right? So you can use, say if you use like Iron Defense and use that move, it wouldn't give you extra stat boost. That's the difference between those kind of things there. And it also has Sword Dance on this too, so I can get my new stat, which is about, say we're playing level 100, it was about 300-ish, then the Sword Dance would stack on top of that. So it's a pretty interesting set, and it's very, very strong. I also ran Jolly Nature on this one too. It's actually got very nice base speed. Anyway there, so with the Citrus Berry, I got the big boost there, getting back some of my health. Suddenly, Acrobatics has gone to full base power there too. I ran that over Everlight for a little bit more offense on my main stab moves there. So Earthquake and Acrobatics there. It worked very, very nicely, and I was actually able to get many sweeps of this one. I can definitely put them up if you'd like me to there. So it's not doing that much to Dusknoir there, but I have got the, obviously I do have the burn there, so it's still doing a fair bit though, which is nice. So Dusknoir is going to have the leftovers there. I'm just going to hang on there. I wasn't sure if it had Shadow Sneak on it. Sometimes I run them, sometimes I don't. It's kind of like a Force Syndrome Pokemon there. You can't always fit it on, and that's not going to have it, and that is game. The Dusknoir goes down. Thank you for the battle, Marcus. Let's get to the next one. Okay, so in this one, I get to show off my Vibrava a little bit more. Okay, so we have a Rotom lead here. Now, I will explain my, I nearly said vibrator again. So on this, I had Flail as well. I had Outrage with the Scope Lens. Now, the idea is to endure down so I could get on 1 health there. I can get the focus energy up. Then I can be using Flail, which 100% crit on the 1 health, which hits very, very hard. Even for a terrible attack stat, anything neutral that's, a sweeper Pokemon will just get down in 1 shot. Outrage for a little bit more power there, and Stab, but obviously at the cost of locking you in there. So Fairy Titans can come in, Protect, Substitute, all those sort of things. So that was the best I could squeeze out of Vibrava, and that was, I nearly said it again, and anyways, that was the most I could squeeze out of it. Anyway, so not a very good matchup there anyway, so I couldn't use Flail on it at all. Outrage, it was questionable where I was even going to kill it, if it was like a bulky set, which some of them can be. Okay, so this matchup here, I wanted to get the poison onto the Rotom. Obviously, the Rotom wanted to get the poison onto me too, because it's clear that I'm a bulky set. Jumpluff can also be very offensive too. I like to run it as a, it's got the moves for a very bulky set there too. Okay, so now it's going to go for the Uproar, which is interesting. I must admit I wasn't expecting that one. So that does just under half my health there. Now with Uproar, it's quite an interesting move. You're locked in, it's kind of like Outrage, but you can't be put to sleep. I'm not sure if you knew that, but it's cool. It's a good little mechanic it has. Okay, so here I can go for the Draconium Z Draco Meteor, and just hiding the fact that I'm a special set there. I was hoping this would kill, but I was like, it's got reasonable bulk there, and it's coming off a very poor special attack stat too, so it's probably not going to kill, but it's going to get close. Anyway, so going for that one, I really do like the Z move for this too. It looks really cool. I like Dragon type Pokemon there, and man, that does look really cool. So smashing into the Rotom there, almost taking it out. Unfortunately, it's going to be able to live that one and go for yet another Uproar on me there, doing lots of damage. I knew that I'd take it, but just if it didn't crit me, of course, which I was half expecting it would. Anyways, here I can go for I was like, let's go for Twister. It's got enough room to go for it. Now, I did actually, I'm really kicking myself. I actually got three or four Twister finishes in a row, but I wasn't able to get the battle recorded because it DC'd like halfway through. I'm really salty about that, unfortunately. Like the one time I wasn't live recording. Anyway, I got some flinches with that for the fun of it. Lycanroc's obviously going to come in here, outspeed me, go for the Snarl. It's a special set there, taking my Gabite out there. So that's one down. Okay, so I thought this would be a prime opportunity to send in Tropius here. Now, obviously, I've explained the Tropius set there. I've got max speed, max special attack on this. However, you can invest a little bit more in health if you want some overall bulk. I mean, it does give you a ×2 in the sun. I was just making sure I could outspeed basically everything. But as you saw earlier on in the battle, I actually got outsped by a Choice Scarf Pokemon. Okay, so now going for the Air Slash there. Or it could have had Chlorophyll itself. I'm guessing that's why it outsped me too. One of those two reasons. I'd say it could have been the Chlorophyll, but mainly it was the max speed for those reasons as well. Okay, so Honchkrow is going to take me out with the Brave Bird there, doing a lot of damage to it, which is nice. Now I thought, well, I can make use of Vibrava here because there's no way I'm going to outspeed it, right? There's no way I'm going to be able to do anything apart. Let's go for Endure here, right? So I can go on 1 health. I can get at least my damage up for Flail the next turn. It's going to go for the Brave Bird here, and it's going to kill itself with Recall, and I'm going to live. So that was a really good result there. Then I can fire off, max power Flails the next turn. There's no real room for going for Focus Energy because I'm on 1 health, and it's going to die to anything. But I thought, let's go for it. I might be able to get a lucky crit because I'm holding a Scope Lens. Okay, so going for the Flail here now. I get a lucky crit, almost takes out the Hypno. I was like so close. The Hypno's going to get a boost in the sun from Fire Punch. Not that it really mattered or anything, but that's Vibrava down. Okay, so now I thought, well, here is a prime time to send in Gligar. Gligar and Tropius were probably the 2 MVP on my team. This Gligar could snowball really, really quickly. It was very, very powerful there. I love this move so much. Okay, so swapping my attack and defense this turn, I thought bugger it. Now they're going to go for a Z move here. Now this actually was coming off Fire Punch, which I've seen before. Now I am well aware that Hypno can get Ice Punch. I did take a pretty damn big risk there. It's going to go for the Inferno Overdrive there. Now, the only cost of swapping your attack and defense, you can become prone to actually taking hits like really, really poorly. But that's kind of the idea. I want to take the hit a little bit more poorly. Then I can get the Citrus Spirit off activating the Acrobatics. That's kind of my thought process on this set. And I had very good success with this. I've used this a few times. May not have shown in the videos, but I have used it many, many times. It works very nicely. Okay, you could also go for an Everlight variant, then you can go for Aerial Ace or something like that for that extra 5 base power over an unboosted Acrobatics, but that's really up to you there if you want to try it. So we have Lycanroc going for a Echoed Voice set. It's obviously a full special set. That's not going to be enough to take me out there, and I'm going to take it out there with the Earthquake. Okay, so we have a fairly even match at the moment. Now, this is where things started to get interesting. Now, with the Togedemaru here, I was thinking, this could go for Fake Out, then it could finish me off here. This is bad. I know that's got, like, high base speed. So swapping into my Jump Pluff again, I thought that'd be the best play to go into, just to see what moves it was going to use. Then it goes for a Grass Knot, so it's a special set, or it could be a mix set. I wasn't actually sure. Even if it was a special set, that was my mindset. It could have, like, Fake Out, then go for a special move. Like, I couldn't afford Gligar to die because I really had nothing to take this Togedemaru out. Not that they probably knew that at the moment, but that was the only thing that I could actually do. Okay, now, it's going to go for a round here. I mean, since I'm special defensive for Wall, that's not going to do, like, nothing to me there. Then again, I am Toxic, so I'm eventually going to lose this matchup there. I can't use Toxic or anything. I can use my favorite healing move, but, it's only going to be just stalling out the inevitable, and I don't really into huge stall games there. Unless I really, really have to. Okay, so Togedemaru does have the Life Orb there. I've got the Leech Seed up on it, so I thought the Leech Seed and the Life Orb, it's going to go down fairly quick there. So at least if it's, if it's an eye for an eye, I'm happy with that, getting rid of the Togedemaru. However, the Togedemaru is going to swap, and in comes Jellicent. Okay, so Jellicent was a problem too. So these were quite 2 problem Pokemon I had to get rid of. So bringing that in, I thought, well, it'd be nice if, Jellicent was the last Pokemon, because then I could just use Peristorm and get rid of it. However, I did like a double swap there into Jumpluff just to see what it had. It's going to go for the Swagger there, so I'm like, okay, that's interesting. I wanted to get a Toxic off on this thing to see if I could just poison it, and if it had like something like Recover, that would be a pain there too. So I had to get the Toxic off on, depending what set it was, so I could use Swagger. Okay, so anyways, I'm poisoned. I'm ready to sacrifice Jumpluff there just for this Jellicent. Okay, so I'm going to get Confused there, hit myself with Confusion there. Then the Jellicent is going to go for the Psych up here. So I think someone's been watching my videos, and that's going to copy my +2 attack. So it's a physical Jellicent. It's copied my stats. So I really do like this Swagger Psych up combo. I've used it so many times on so many different Pokemon. So I'm going to hit myself with Confusion there. I could have swapped, but there was too many unknowns for me to swap there. Then I hit myself a second time in Confusion. I'm like, what the fuck? And it's going to go for a Waterfall on my jump off there. It's not going to be very effective, but I'm not on very much health anyway, and I'm not a defensive wall. I'm a special defensive wall. So that's my Altaria down. Sorry, not my Altaria, my jump off. Okay, so now swapping in Altaria here, going for the Perish Song. I just want to cause a swap. Like, I know that it's not going to take it out. So going for the, I just want to get that swap so it doesn't have that Swagger +2 an attack. Okay, so it's hitting me fairly hard there with the resisted Waterfall. There's not much I can do to this. I can go for a Dragon Breath or Dragon Pulse. It didn't even matter which one I had. So just going for Roost here, trying to stall out that Perish Song. So I was thinking we could both swap out right on the last turn. Then I could swap into Gallagher and then the Togedemaru. So it's clear it doesn't have Fake Out. Then I could go for the Earthquake to finish it. Then Jellicent would be the last Pokemon. I could use that Perish Song against it to finish it and just stall it out there for the 3 turns. Anyways, it didn't go as smoothly as that. So now Jellicent is going to go for the Giga Impact there. It does a lot of damage to me, almost taking me out. There's like shit. And I'm going to eat my Citrus Berry there and get a lot of my health back, which is nice. But that's a good set. I like that one. So it's the Perish count is going to fall to 1. Now Jellicent is on its recharge move, so it's going to die to the Perish Song. I guess that was their last hope to try and take out my Altaria, trying to get around that. So they're going to go down to the Perish Song there, which is good there. That thing was bulky as shit and had a lot of attack, like it would have wrecked my Gliscor. My Gligar. Okay, so last Pokemon, Togedemaru, going for the Earthquake here, but I thought maybe they've got the Fake Out still. Like, I was a little bit wary if they still had that, if they were saving it right to the end. Then it's going to go for the Round then, so it's a fully special set there. That was definite. It showed nearly all of its moves there. And now it's going to go for the T-Bolt. So it's showing all of its moves, basically. And it's going to be a fully special set, taking my Altaria out there. So the last Pokemon I've got is Gligar. I know Earthquake can easily one-shot that. It's just the fact whether I can live its move, because I know that it's going to outspeed me. Even with the Jolly nature, it's just got high base speed. So now Togedemaru is going to go for a round. And I take it on 2 health. And that is enough to take it out with the Earthquake. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. Some crazy ass sets there. You've got to watch the bloopers. There's some real salty moments in there. Not that that's ever happened before. But hope you guys enjoyed this. Peace.